And basically, we met in the gym, and he recognized me in the gym. Like, where have you seen me? Where have you seen me?
It's hard not to recognize, you know what I mean?
What have you seen though? What have you seen from me?
It just come up on my YouTube Explore feed, to be fair, like some dating stuff, some money stuff, and I just thought that the message was quite unique. You know, like it sort of applies more to the common man. It's not so like glamorized, you know what I mean, Lambos and all that shit.
Yeah. Try not to swear.
Sorry. it was just relatable. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like today's space, especially for men, is like if you haven't got X, Y, and Z, you ain't nothing. And I feel like as someone who is like on their thing, do you know what I mean, grinding, like trying to do their own thing, hearing that all the time and thinking that all the time you're not doing enough, or I'm not where I want to be because X, Y, and Z, like it's not necessarily true. People are on their journey doing their thing, and I think his message is different because it preaches the idea that you can be on your thing, you're doing your thing, and the stars will align eventually. So it's just about hustling, but not constantly comparing to everyone else all the time as well.
Yeah, it's hard not to compare yourself to other people. You're walking off, brother. It's hard not to compare yourself to other people. We were talking about that earlier as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Like even with me, like doing this YouTube thing, you know, comparing myself to other YouTubers and that, and like it's difficult not to do that. But yeah, man, no, that's good, man. So what do? You do the like online, making money online. That's what this is about. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
So I'm a day trader. I've been day trading for 7 years, since 2018. Also grew my social media a little bit here and there as well. And that's really it, really. Just I dabbled a little bit in crypto. I wouldn't claim I'm successful in crypto in any way, shape or form, but I have decent knowledge, but nothing crazy. I've got friends who are like crazy knowledgeable in that sense. So but I've always liked the idea of being your own boss, you know what I mean, making your own money, just doing your own thing, really. I think sovereignty is really important in today's day and age, having something that you can build that is for yourself, that no one can take away from you. Personal brand, personal image, and making money through those avenues as well. So
how long you been doing the trading? Because I got into trading as well. I was doing like, you know, the currency pairs and all of that kind of stuff. So how long you been doing it?
So I've been trading 7 years, since 2018. So it's been a long time. But what sort of stuff did you get into then?
Yeah, it was just like I was just like doing like the currency pairs and stuff like that.
You said US 30.
US 30. I did gold as well, and yeah, that was pretty much it. I didn't really do anything else other than that. I've got a lot of friends that have been doing it, and they've been quite successful doing it. Like, do you get what I'm saying? So, like, when I spoke to you and you said you was into that, that was really interesting, and that's why it was important to get you on the live stream, because you said some good things, and not just about that. Like, in terms of like, you know, a lot of times online, you hear a lot of guys talk about, you have to be some millionaire, you have to be all of that, and I've always encouraged guys to be the best they can be, but it's like, a lot of times you hear guys, you got to be some millionaire. If you're not driving a Lambo, you're brokey, blah, blah, blah. And I think that's kind of unrealistic, because the majority of guys are not going to be millionaires. But at the same time, that doesn't mean you're necessarily a failure.
Yeah, 100%.
You get what I'm saying? What do you think about that?
It's like what we were saying about having ambition. I actually made a video on this recently. It's about contentment and ambition. It's sort of about having a balance between those two, because as you were saying before earlier about being grateful for what you have, like, I'm not homeless, do you know what I mean? I'm not in X, Y, and Z position, but at the same time, still having that ambition and hustle to actually get better, become someone, build your own assets up, etc. So like we were saying before, in social media day and age, it's very difficult not to be looking around, seeing people talking about Lambo, people talking about the X, Y, and Z, or even people saying, you can't have a family, or your girl's going to leave you for this X, Y, and Z person. Like, those mindsets, even for me, like growing up, you adopt those sort of mindsets because you're hearing that all the time. Do you know what I mean? You're starting to think like, I'm like ignoring the people in front of me, or like the way I am being treated by people, and I'm adopting the ideas of all this sort of like red pill stuff. And that's why I was saying, like, your message, I think, is needed in today's day and age, because people don't realize that, like you said, not everyone's going to be on this pedestal.
It's not even possible. It's not feasible. Like, everyone can't be millionaires, and everyone can't have Lambos, because then that will be the average, and it doesn't make sense. Like, and as I said, it's not like it's not like I'm saying that it's okay to be broke or just to be just lazy or whatever.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that, like what we said, appreciate what you have. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Because there's people out there that they are in messed up positions that you can't even imagine, bro. Like, do you get what I'm saying? And then, at the same time, have ambition, but be happy with what you have, and then at the same time just work hard. Like, do you know what I mean? And embrace the hustle. And I know it's hard because, like, even the last live stream I did, a day ago, like, I was depressed about, I've been on YouTube and I'm not even at 100k and I'm not where I feel I should be. Like, do you get what I'm saying? But at the same time, there's people that have probably been grinding longer than me, that they're not even near to what I've done or have the network of people I've got. Like, do you get what I'm saying? So it's a real thing. So let's talk about your journey with the trading, bro.
Okay. So I got introduced to trading through a network marketing company. A lot of people don't like this. I don't know if you know what that is as well.
Nah.
So it's sort of like where people recruit you, and then like they're doing like webinars and stuff like that, and then they're like recruiting you to also sell the same product, if you get what I'm trying to say. So like back in the day, it was quite a big thing, and that's how I got introduced to it. And I was in there for a little bit. I learned like my basics through that, and then they sort of put me in like a educator style position where I was just teaching people what I'd learned basically. So I wasn't some guru or genie or nothing like that, but I would say I'm good at learning. Like, I can learn quite quickly. I can really put my head down. If someone says to me like, slap the hours into something, I can do it. Like even at uni, like I was literally doing my lectures, or like while I was at lectures, I was watching all my trading stuff, coming home, re-watching all the lectures so like I could keep up with the uni stuff. So for me, I've got no issue with grinding in that sense. For me, I always thought that like hard work would get you where you need to be, and I feel like that's a hot, uncomfortable truth that I've started to realize recently, is that you can be the most hardworking guy. You can be you can push forward in all avenues, and you might not be where you want to be. And like you were saying, that's really like that. If anything, on this live stream that you get out of it is just understand that like it's cool. Like, even for me, like today, I think I was saying to you, like I was feeling a type of way, like I want to be here, I want to be there, I want to be X, Y, and Z, and it's just like you've got to be comfortable with what you have at the end of the day. You can't be selfish or ungrateful or guilt, like what God's given you in your life at the end of the day.
I think the main problem with it is just like when you compare yourself to other people.
Okay.
I think that's where you really get a lot of the problems, because if you just like kind of watch what you're doing, you'll be more focused on what I need to do.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? Instead of like, because for me, in my own lane of like doing social media, like I've seen people come after me and fly past, like, do you get what I'm saying? And kind of do similar stuff to me. And then it's very frustrating, like, do you get what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, okay, it's frustrating, but don't stop.
Yeah.
Because if you quit, you don't know, you may have been on the verge of your breakthrough. Do you get what I'm saying? And
it's
like that's
that,
hard,
the
like that.
gold digging quote, isn't it? It's sort of saying like you could be like 5 meters away from gold, but if you stop digging, you ain't gonna get to the prize at the end of the day. Sorry, I went a bit off track. So I started with that company, then I ended up leaving that, and then just building my own brand around it, really. Like, people were interested in what I was doing inside of that bubble, and I sort of like graduated from that, left that, and started my own brand, really. And then I've just been on my own ever since then. I started it with another guy, and I've just been doing that really ever since. So
okay, all right, awesome. So what would you say is the hardest part about being an entrepreneur, like doing stuff for yourself? Because like obviously the common thing most people will do is just go to school, get a job, do you get me, get a girlfriend, and then that's it, call it a day, like you know what I mean, be a family man. And like for me, I always knew that I wasn't happy with that route. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
100%.
Like, I've done jobs, I've worked normal jobs in it there, but it was always, I was always like, oh no, I'm meant to be doing something else. And I even remember like back in the day, this is like kind of like school days, like I did like a catering job.
Okay.
Like I literally did that for like 2 shifts and quit. But it's like I did a catering job in a hotel, and I remember one of the guests, he said to me, you shouldn't be doing this. Yeah, literally, like, and I'll never forget the guy, because the guy was like some military guy. And he was an old white dude, and he was like, you're not meant to be here, you're not meant to be serving food and serving drinks. Look at you.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I think that was the day when I made the decision. Yeah, I'm never going to do anything like this ever again.
Yeah.
Like, but it's a scary thing to go out on your own when it's the unknown. There's 100%. No arrows. There's no one giving you direction.
Yeah.
So what's your take on that?
I would say, and this isn't to like put anyone off entrepreneurship in any way, shape, or form, but if you're not, I like to use the word tenacity, right? Which basically just means like how much crap can you go through before you break, right? And the answer should be is basically that you can go on forever. It's pretty much, you should be able to run the marathon. Is essentially what I'm trying to say. And you have to know that whatever comes in front of you, that you can weather the storm. You basically need to have what they would call a strong why. That's what always used to get told to me. It's like, you need to know why you're in the business that you're in. You need to know why you want to achieve the things that you want to achieve, because if it is just for selfish reasons, like, oh, I want a Lambo, I want a nice car so I can like impress everyone, like, trust me, you're not going to get there, because it's not enough of a why. You need to know what it is that you're striving for, whether it's for your family, whether it's for your future wife, future family, kids, etc., or just have a bigger purpose. All right, you might not want to have a family, I don't know, but you need to know what you're doing this for. And the way I try and explain it is, you need hard work, but you also need what I call course correction. So for example, let's say you're moving forward step. At a point, you're gonna have to start to figure out, okay, cool, maybe the actions that you're taking aren't getting you forward anymore. So you need to change something. You need to course correct. You need to say, okay, cool, I've maybe got X, Y, and Z results, and then you need to just figure out what is it that's actually driving your results. So like, for example, for you, it might be like streaming, or it might be making videos on a specific topic, or it might be I don't know, we could pick any. In trading, it would be like, is your risk management on point? Is your do you have an edge? Do you have a strategy? Like, these things are what's going to drive your success. But I think the biggest thing is being in an industry long enough to figure out what success means in that industry as well. So like, for example, I've been in the trading game for a while, and for me, I always say to myself like, oh, I could have been in X, Y, and Z position if, let's say, I knew this or I knew that. But that's the whole point of the business itself, is that when you go and embark on a journey, people think that it's like a job where everything's just lying out for you. Like you were saying, you've got to go through this, you've got to go through that, you've got to learn this, you've got to learn that. But in reality, part of entrepreneurship is failing forward and just learning, like, what is it that you need to do? What are the tangible steps that you need to do to actually get better at what you're trying to get better at, essentially.
Yeah.
So people skip that step, and that's what I think why a lot of people stop. So like, for example, they might try and record some videos and they might not try and think about how they're talking or like who their audience is, or all these sort of things. They might just be making videos for the sake of making videos. They make 100 videos and they don't understand why they haven't blown up. But that's because knowing what drives your business is more important than the work itself, if that sort of makes sense.
Yeah, it's like you got to have an understanding of your industry. You got to have an understanding of, you know, the learning curve that you're embarking on. You get what I'm saying? And also your customer, like for instance, with YouTube, the customers are the viewers. It's like what I was explaining to him earlier. Yeah. Because he was asking me about what was it like?
Just tips.
What do you make videos? How do you make your videos?
Yeah.
And how do you pick your subjects and your topics and that? And it was like, what I was trying to explain was like, there's a lot of a balance, because like when you're in business, it's all about your customer. It's all about what do they want. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like for instance, right now I'm making content and it's about what you as the viewers want. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not necessarily what do I want to see from myself. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the consumer. You guys are the consumer. So, like, in essence, whatever business or industry you're in, you always have to take in consideration who's your target audience, what are they looking for, what are their problems, you know what I mean? Like, where did they look? Like, do you get what I'm saying? Who are they? Like, do you get what I'm saying? So it's really important to have that understanding. And once you can understand your target audience, you basically fly in.
Yeah,
like, do you get what I'm saying? Because then you tailor everything to them. Do you get what I'm saying? With the trading thing, that's a bit different, because you got to learn trading. So let's delve into that and tell the people what it takes to be a trader and stuff like that.
So I think you need to understand what success looks like in your industry, just like Richards was saying. what that looks like in trading, again, something that I didn't realize or I didn't know, is that number one, it's always about creating an edge. So an edge is basically just like a compilation of certain concepts that will make you profitable. The easiest way to explain this, right? Let's say we took a trade, a buy or a sell. Yeah. Let's say we flipped heads or tails. If it was heads, you take a buy. If you flip tails, you take a sell, right? Your system would come out a 50% win rate, right? You'd win on half of them, lose on half of them. An edge is basically just adding something to the mix there, which puts the probabilities in your favor. So now maybe you're getting 60% wins, 40% losses, for example, right? You've got a lot of other things like a risk to reward as well, which is all about like winning more on your winners and losing less on your losers. So there's just a lot of different tips like that. What was your second?
I was just saying, like, what does it take to be? What qualities does a trader need? Because like obviously you've been doing it for a few years and that. Like, what would you say are the qualities of a trader?
I'd say discipline.
Successful.
Discipline is like everything, right? But this is something that people don't really get, is that if you're disciplined outside of life, you're going to be undisciplined in the charts as well. So like, for example, if I don't pull up to gym, or if I don't go boxing, or if I'm not on my diet, like for me, I'm actually a bit of a freak. Like I eat the same thing every day. My breakfast is like ribeye, steak, eggs, plantain. Like my diet is dialed. Like I don't leave anything to chance. But I genuinely think that that's the level of conviction and just like sort of self-love in a way to become that disciplined in all areas of life. So like, again, on the charts, you need to make sure, I don't know if your viewers will know all the terms, but like revenge trading, or like mismanaging positions, or like over leveraging. Like everything basically just comes down to discipline. Can you show up? Can you stick to your plan? Can you sort of just stay within the guidelines that you're giving yourself? That would be like number one. And then number two is obviously the tenacity, like persistent side of things. So just being able to stay in the game long enough to learn the industry, to learn what it is you need to get good at. Obviously it's good being around other people, networking, and having sort of other successful people in your life. They don't necessarily have to be traders. It's more just, what I've noticed, right, with a lot of people is you'll come across a lot of unserious people in business. Like for me, let's say I've been in business 7 years. You probably agree with me with this as well. There's so many people that just come and go. Like people, you'll see tons of people come. They'll say I'm on this, I'm on this, I'm on that. They may see a little bit of success here, a little bit of success there, but realistically, the guy who can just stay consistent through the whole journey is the guy who will eventually come out on the other side. In my personal opinion, that's how I view it.
I agree. I agree with you. I think like even with this YouTube game, I may not be like the huge like YouTuber, whatever, making 100
enough credit.
No. But like at the same time, I feel like I'm quite consistent. Even like, because what I was saying to you earlier, like, you know, when you're working for yourself, entrepreneur, your path will be up and down like a roller coaster. Like you'll have times where you're so up and you're just like, oh, I'm winning. And then you'll have times where you go down and it's just like it stays down for a period of time. And it's in those times a lot of people do you get what I'm saying? But it's just like, bro, just be steady, bro. It's just like the hare and the tortoise and the hare race. Like slow and steady wins the race. Like some people, they will be lucky and they'll just win straight away. Like, but like it's not gonna happen for everybody, and you may not be one of them people that it wins like that. I don't think I'm one of those people. I think I'm one of them people that I'm slow and steady and it keeps going. But at the same time, it kind of keeps me grounded and humble. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, and so, you know, you just gotta live your life and not really compare. Again, don't compare yourself to other people, because you will be miserable. Because no matter how rich you get or how successful you get, there's always going to be someone else more that's got more, and that's just it. Like, do you get what I'm saying? I want to ask you something else though, like, because we talked about it. What do you feel about like other content creators on YouTube that you've seen that kind of promote like the high flying Lamborghinis and stuff like that? Well, because we spoke about that. Well, let's go into that again.
I think if you dive head deep into that mindset, at the start you get all the benefits from it. So you're going to get hard work, like hard work and effort, or ethic. You're going to be like putting your head down, you're going to work hard, but the only problem is your expectations are shrunk, basically, because you're going to start to think that You're seeing these people online, whether they claim they've done it in 2-3 years. Some of them might have, right? Like you said, some people do get lucky, right? But the only issue with that is a lot of the guys that you might see, their whole life is shaped so that they're at this point now. And you haven't seen the background 15, 20 years that this guy's been grinding, that this guy's been working on, I don't know, the way he speaks or the way
he's been working in McDonald's, McDonald's.
Character building, bro. Like,
yeah.
You don't see all that. So when you start to see someone sort of downplaying who you are as an individual, yes, it makes you uncomfortable, but you're only going to be uncomfortable for a certain amount of time. It sort of runs out, and then you start getting to the point where it sort of bleeds into your life in a bad way, I believe. So like you might start like not hating yourself, but disliking the fact that you're not here, you're not there, being unappreciative of what you have in life, just sort of that unfulfilled mentality. And I think for most people on this sort of like red pill journey, again, it's a little bit of a wave. You'll get the like buzz dopamine. Oh yeah, like he's talking about this and it feels like a cheat code, blah blah blah. Then you get into the reality of what it actually is, you know, like what you're actually gaining from this, what skills you're gonna have to develop. Even in trading, right? Trading is the funniest one for this, because out of all the advice that I could ever give you with trading, right, the funniest thing about trading is that the person with the most experience is often the best guy in the game. So like, and when I say experience, I mean like conscious experience, so actually trying to get better, right? I'm not saying like the guy who just sat there gambling for 15 years. Like, I mean someone who's actually practiced their craft. And in reality, with all these other guys that you're seeing online, even if they're going to sell you this, sell you that, teach you this, teach you that, they can't teach you the 15 years of experience that they've lived.
Yeah.
And that's where people are missing the jump there, because they're thinking, oh yeah, he's got the blueprint to $1 million a month, right? And it's like, not really, because you know what I mean, you don't say the words how the guy says the words. You don't trade the way he might trade, right? You might not, you can watch him trade the way he trades, you can watch all the YouTube videos in the world, but you ain't lived the experience that he's lived. You haven't gone through the challenges, you haven't lost how he's lost, you haven't gained how he's gained. So you can't act the same way that he's going to act at the end of the day. And yeah, I feel like you get to a point where once that sort of dopamine's settled, let's call it, you get to the point where you start hating yourself, but then eventually you want to come out on the other end. And like I said, with this style of content that Richards is making, you want to seep into that to understand, yes, you do want to be ambitious, you do want to be on your grind, you do want to be motivated, but you don't want to come from this sort of self hating perspective of like, oh, I'm not good enough, I don't have this, I don't have that, which we all go through, right? Like
I think like I think like there's a lot of content these days, and even and it's mad because there's people that I like that I get along with on YouTube that they say certain things that I can't really get down with it, because like it's like they're putting down the average guy, the normal regular guy, and it's just like, bro, like as long as you're trying, do you get what I'm saying? It's like what I said to you earlier, yeah? When I said to him earlier, I said, if you know in your heart, you can look in the mirror and know that you tried your best, then bro, like no one has the right to call you any words, like, do you know what I mean? No one's got the right to insult you or say, oh, you're trash, you're brokey, you're this, you're that, because you know in your heart that you tried hard, you worked hard. You may not have become a millionaire, billionaire driving Lambos everywhere, but you've done what you're meant to do, and you're looking after yourself. And yeah, maybe you have a car, but it's not a Lambo. I mean, you live to your means and stuff like that. And like, bro, like at the end of the day, that's it, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? And I think there's a lot of media, not even just YouTubers, but just like you got an Instagram Explore page, and you know, you're seeing people's highlights. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't, like you said, you don't know the 15-year grind that they did, where they was working in Starbucks or sweeping floors, or like, do you know what I mean? When they were doing businesses and it was failing and failing and failing, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I can only imagine. I've done a little bit of trading, and I know when you trade, you lose money, bro. Like, do you get what I'm saying? You will lose money, like, do you get what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's a thing where I think people need to be careful not to just watch highlights and then look at your own life and be like, oh, my life is crap. Like, do you get what I'm saying? And then that's when your frustration, depression, you get me? And then you just feel you have a low opinion of yourself. Do you get what I'm saying?
Even the luck perspective you were talking about as well was interesting. Like, again, not to be envious of anyone else, but you don't know what they had growing up. You don't know what platforms they would have been able to have. So just even I'll give you an example. For me, like, I always growing up wanted to be like really in shape and like a certain size and all this sort of stuff, and it's like I grew up really skinny, right? But it's like I could complain about it, be upset about it, or I can get in the gym. Yeah, I'm never gonna probably be as big as this guy, right? Realistically, but at the end of the day, I can get to where I can get to. Do you know what I mean?
Big up Daniel. He says, "Yep, it's like the iceberg image underneath are the sacrifices."
100%.
Absolutely, man, absolutely. But carry on, bro.
Yeah, that was it. Really, just do what you can do. I think you said it perfectly, where you mentioned that whole idea that what did you just say? Lost my train of thought now.
What was it about? As long as you try.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Like at the end of the day, that I'd never looked at it like that, because I think I've always had that mentality of like, I must get to where I get to, and even if I have tried, it's not good enough. But even when you said that to me, like at the gym earlier, I thought, you know what, like that's real.
Yeah.
Like you can't. At the end of the day, I know in my heart how hard I work on my business, or how hard or the sacrifices that I've made to get even where I am now. So at the end of the day, that even for me was a big sort of wake up call, just mentality shift, and thinking, you know what, I have tried my best and I have done what I think was necessary to get to where I've got to, and like you said, that's all you can really be happy with.
Yeah, just have the mentality of like, okay, let me do everything I can do within my power. And you know, it may not make me a millionaire overnight, but I know that today I did as much as I could, and tomorrow I'm gonna do the same thing, and I'm gonna keep doing the same thing, and that's it. That's it. That's all anyone can ask from you. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's all you can ask from yourself. Do you know what I mean? And don't compare yourself to people you don't really know what they did or what kind of situation. Because this is the thing. I had a conversation with one girl earlier, and she was telling me about her friend, and her friend is very successful. She's got 2 Teslas, she's got 2 cosmetic clinics, and blah blah blah. She makes 20k a month and all of this, and then like, but I always ask questions, like, because you know, like when people brag, well, they weren't bragging, but like, you know, when people talk about, oh, I make this X amount of money, blah blah blah, I always like, oh, that's all good, but what do you actually do? I want to know what you do. Like, how do you get that money? Like, I don't care how much it is. I don't care what you bought. I want to know what you do. Do you get what I'm saying? How did you get there?
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? And then when I did a little bit of digging, then it comes to find out like the relative, the sibling was some pro athlete and got all this money. So not to say that this girl didn't work hard. She did the education and that, but she had that advantage of somebody who had a lot of expendable income to invest in her. And then she was able to do more, where a lot of people that probably were in the same educational position as her didn't have that advantage, and they're probably just working a normal job.
100%.
Do you get what I'm saying? So this is why it's really a bad thing to compare yourself, because sometimes you don't have the same privileges that other people do. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I was saying to you earlier, like for me personally, with the kind of content I've made on YouTube, I know if I was in America, I would have had a bit better advantage, because I know in the UK doesn't really take to this kind of content the same way Americans do. And like for instance, I would have had more access to more other content creators that are similar to myself, and I would have done more collabs. Like, do you get what I'm saying? So it's just like I can't really compare myself to them guys, because I'm in a different lane, I'm in a different situation. Do you get what I'm saying? And I slowly come to realize that. Like, do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, what else? Oh yeah, big up Astronomical. He says, King, you finally outside, you still owe me exercises. Yeah, I'm gonna do them. I'm gonna do them. Bro. Oh my god, bro. He got me. Oh my, alright, I'm gonna do it. What did Astronomical? Let me know what you wanted me to do again, because it was burpees and flipping.
Really?
Yeah, burpees and
you gotta get on that.
Press ups. Oh my god, bro. And I did say I was gonna do it, so I just want to get out of the way. But yeah, man said let's go. But yeah, while he's telling me what he needs me to do, what was the other things that you had on your mind in terms of the content, or because you was asking me about YouTube and stuff like that, and a lot of these lot will probably have the same kind of questions.
Okay. Yeah, I think the main questions I was trying to ask Richard was just like, what is it that sort of drives growth on YouTube, and what sort of ideas or content that you need to make? And obviously what you were saying was that you need to be you need to understand your audience, which is, I don't think, something I've really paid that much attention to, because you know I was saying like, oh, what content do I want to make, and you sort of made that suggestion that the whole point of YouTube is for the audience. So like, what your audience is interested in, what do they want, what is it that they need, but also I guess balancing that with also what you want to produce at the end, because you also don't want to be, I don't want to call it a sellout, but you also don't want to be a slave to the audience in the same way. So it's about having that balance, really.
I would say this, and astronomical, I don't have my skipping rope with me, unfortunately.
Right,
so
what
I
did he
couldn't.
tell you to
He
do?
said 25 burpees, 40 skips, and 25 squats and 25 lunges. Jesus. I don't even have my. No, but the thing is, I was doing this stuff before, innit?
Oh,
but
okay,
I don't have my skipping rope, so I'll do the rest, innit? It'll film me doing it. But and everyone like the video, please like the video, yeah. The thing about it is, like, obviously, when it's your channel, innit? So you pick your niche.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? But at the same time, you got to understand the people that are in that niche. What are they looking for? Do you get what I'm saying? Because really, everything is about problems and solutions.
Okay.
So, like, for instance, when I do videos talking about girls and relationships, there's a lot of guys out there that are having problems in relationships or having problems getting girls, or they don't understand, why am I having issues? Why is it these guys I see, they're getting girls, but I'm not? Like, do you get what I'm saying? Or what can I do to improve my situation? Now, it's not that I think I know everything, but I've had a lot of personal experience, just like what you said about traders, the best ones are the ones with experience. I've had a lot of experience of being down and being rejected and being looked over, and then things turning the other way. And what did I do that changed my situation? So then I can offer that value to my audience with the content I make. Do you get what I'm saying? So obviously, say for instance, if you was making videos, if you made a YouTube channel just about trading, you would, okay, most people, what do they want? They want to make money. Yeah. All right, cool. So how do you even start making money on trading? How do you go about that? What is the strategies? What do you need to know? What are the pitfalls? What are the dangers? What are the risks? Like, how much do you need to invest? Like, how long does it take before you see some kind of profits? It's all those kind of questions that the regular person, your viewer, would ask. That's the kind of content you need to make.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? And really and truly, people are going to be like, how do I trade? How do I trade and have more profits than losses? That kind of stuff. Do you get what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. All right, cool. So I'm going to do
Did you reply back?
25, but all right, let me do 25 burpees, 25 squats and 25 lunges. Jesus Christ, this guy's trying to kill me, bruv. All right,
How
cool.
do I flip this shit, bro?
No, just
Oh, just front on, yeah?
Yeah, just, oh no, you can flip it with that actually.
Yeah, go on, that'd be easier.
All right, cool. Oh my God, man, on the dirty floor, you know. Got burpees, yeah? 25, all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Go on.
9,
Easy.
10,
Go on, nearly halfway.
11,
I'm trying to read the chat as well. I'm trying to
12.
see what other people are saying.
13, 14.
Go on, you lot better like. Yeah, he's getting the grind on in the middle of the street, bro, pretty much.
15.
Look, he's out of breath as well.
Jeez!
You got to rate it though.
What am I on? 18, I
Yeah, 18. 7 more. Go on.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, everyone in this chat's got
This
to do
is-
25 as well now. I said everyone who's watching this needs to do 25.
I know, bro. This is after my workout, you know. Well, I got 4 more.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Go on, one more. Shit.
Woo! All right, what was it? What was the other thing I had to do? Squats, innit?
25 squats and 25 lunges as well.
Oh my God. No, this is all right then.
Yeah, if you're lot in the chat are doing this as well, you make sure you comment down saying that you've got yours in as well.
Come on.
Someone said you got this, King.
I know. Come on. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Someone said you need to get lower on the squats.
Oh man, I'm not as flexible as that, man. Jesus. I'm not a gymnast. All right, lunges. Oh my God, 25 lunges.
How many you on? Got Ed.
This is hurting, you know.
Go on, how many you on? How many you on?
20.
20, yeah?
23. 24. 25. My legs are burning. That's after the gym. Oh my God.
He's putting it on. He's putting it on. He's a world-class boxer.
Come on, man. Woo. That was good. All right. Is there anything else you want to talk about quickly?
I'd say I'm happy. Unless you got something else you want to talk about. I'd say I've said everything we said when we were talking
in the
earlier.
locker room.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. No, it was good. Man.
I appreciate you putting me on as well.
Come on, man. Shout yourself out. Shout out your Instagram and anything you got going on.
It's just the bank trading. So, yeah, literally the bank trading on Instagram. On the YouTube, it's the bank, but it's probably easier to find it on Instagram. If you got any questions, feel free to reach out. I reply to every DM. I'm cool like that. Like I'm not no Insta babe. You know what I mean? Not replying back. Like if you literally send me a DM, 100% you're gonna get a reply. Like,
Awesome.
I'm active. So.
Awesome. Hey, that's love, man. Appreciate you, my brother.
It, bro.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, hopefully you lot got something from this live stream. I think it was very good, very informative. Some inspiration, motivation. And yeah, man, just listen, just work hard. Every day, try your best, innit? Try not compare yourself to other people. And just do what you got to do, man. And be grateful for what you've got as well. It's very serious. But anyway, with that being said, man, it's goodbye from me. It's goodbye from him.
Appreciate that, boss.
Come on. And we're out there. Take care of yourselves. I'm out. Peace.